Okay, so now you're going to watch me do this one. This is from the Convince Me post that I put up. So the first thing we're going to look at is the title. The title is Distance Walked. It is working in miles. And then we have our data points. Our data plot goes from 0 to 3. And we have our data already put on there. There is 1 data point for a half, 3 for 1, 2 for 1 and 1/2, and 1 for 3. So now let's look for the shortest. Your shortest is going to start closest to 0. Since there's nothing on 0, we move to the next. So our shortest mile is 1/2. Okay, so now the second thing we're going to do is go for our longest. So we're going to go all the way to the end of our line plot, and it is 3. It's going to be 3 because it has a data point on it. So our longest is 3 miles. Now we're going to look for the most common. So if you go back, your most common is going to be the number that has the most data. So I'm going to go here because this has 1, 2, 3, meaning it's the most common because it has the most data points. So I'm going to put 1 mile for most common. The next thing we're going to look for is our outlier. Your outlier is going to be the data that is the most different from the rest of the data. It can be any number on here. So most of our data is between 1/2 and 1 and 1/2. Then we have some space and then we get to 3. So 3 is going to be our outlier. Then the fifth thing we're going to look at. How many more people walked 1 mile than 1 and 1/2 mile? How many more then means we are going to subtract. So if I look back up here, I'm looking for 1 mile and 1 and 1/2 mile. So I have 3 data points here, and I have 2 here. So I'm going to subtract. 3 minus 2 equals 1. So my answer would be 1 more person. Now on Convince Me, the question says, put 4 dots on the line plot below, so 3 is not the outlier. How many did you decide where to place your dots? So if we're looking at our line plot, 3 is our outlier because it's the most different from the rest of the data, but they want us to put dots on here so that way it's no longer the outlier. So you can put data points anywhere. I'm just going to put 1 here, 1 there, 1 here. Okay, so now if I look at it, all of my data is close together. So 3 is no longer the outlier. So if the question was, does this line plot have an outlier? Your answer would be no, it does not, because all of your data points are now very similar to each other. Now I want you to go ahead and try. You have some questions, 3 questions. I will give you feedback on it, and then you may do your assignment.